I've done the preliminary exterior inspection. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some paint meter readings, kind of give you an idea of how I look at a car and what I look for as well. So yeah, there's some minor little chips and imperfections, a little ding here and there, but for the most part, look pretty straightforward. But we'll start off with the hood here. Yeah, it's kind of dusty, so it throws me off a little bit. But what I'm checking for, that's 5.5 thousandths of an inch. 5 and 5.5. So what I'm doing is I'm checking for major inconsistencies. Like let's say if I had like 9 thousandths of an inch versus 2,000. So right now it's looking pretty even. Looking at the headlight cover, I always like to check for cracks. It's still too new to develop that cloudiness that I see on these plastic covers. We've got a little nick here, and then I always like to just to tap the panel. Check for rattles. You got a nice little ding right there. I didn't take a picture of it, but it's right here. Okay, kind of hard to see. Doesn't stand right out at you. Let's take a look, and they've got a nice size scratch here. Unfortunately, this can't be buffed out. That's pretty deep, so it'd have to be repainted if you ever wanted to correct that. So 4.55, 5 thousandths of an inch. So we've got some good readings here. Just running my hand across. The paint feels good. It's smooth once I get past the dust. I don't like to do it too much because it's not actually good for it. Windshield, don't see any obvious chips or cracks. And obviously, what I'll be doing is I'll be checking the VIN number here at the base of the windshield versus the one on the pillar. It's kind of like a fraud prevention step there. I've only run across one car where it didn't match, and yeah, it was a stolen car. So it's something I always check for. And it was at a dealership too. So okay, I always like to look at the car at this angle here because what I'm checking for is any waviness, any dings, or any dents. Can typically be seen looking at it at this angle. But let's get some fender readings. 4.5 and 5. So we're getting solid readings. Tires look pretty good. Rims, I don't see any obvious curb rash. Let's see if we can get that brake pad. I'll have to view that later when I can lighten everything up. And I always like to look for the DOT number, and I could swear I had it earlier. Oh, there it is right there. And I'm looking for the date of manufacture, so 2016. So we're looking at some fresh tires. All right, just a minor little ding there that I picked up at this angle, but again, those are just minor cosmetic imperfections, but at least you know about them. Okay, the gap between the fender and the door, they look pretty consistent. Let's get some readings. 6, 4.5, and 5. Let's try that again. 6, 4.5, 5, and 3.5. So those readings are kind of off. So there's a chance that the door may have been sprayed. Okay, just a little hanger there. Here the side molding, not too bad. Just some blemishes. Here's a view of the roof line, and I'll look at this later myself. All right, moving on. I always check the outside mirrors. They usually get dinged up, scrapes right here, but looks pretty good. Okay. For whatever reason, these get dinged up, but this looks like it's in good shape as well. Let's get some readings here. 4, 4.5. Get this left rear door. 4, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. See, this makes more sense, right? The readings I'm getting here, they're more consistent. The door here, it was a little bit over. I think it was 6 and 2.5 or 3.5. I remember correctly. Sorry about the stuttering there. I'm kind of tripping over my tongue now. But moving on. Okay. Looking at the lenses, I always check for any cracks, and they look pretty straightforward. Left rear tire. Don't see any sidewall damage or rims. No obvious curb rash. Let's see if we can get a shot of the brake pads. There we go. Okay, and then the inner wheel well. Just a quick view of that. Looking at the angle here from the back side. Again, we can get a pretty good idea of how straight the body is, right? Bumpers, we typically see some little scratches and scuffs because this is the loading area. So far, nothing that's really grabbed my attention other than just the minor scuffs here and some scratches there. It's almost a given. Here, let's get another view of the roof from up here. Okay. I won't get readings off of that. And then let's see if I can get some readings back here. 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, and 4.5. Okay. Let's go here. 40, 40. Okay. Moving on. 4. Okay. So now we're getting some nice consistent readings, right? Here's the right rear wheel. Sidewalls look pretty good. No obvious signs of curb rash. And let's get a shot of the brake pad. All right. Moving on. Okay. Same lines look pretty consistent here. Looks like we have a ding right there. Let's see if it'll show up. But it's right here. It's a nice size. Again, that one, you might be able to have that corrected with paintless dent removal. So 4.5 to 5 to 5, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, mirror, little slight blemish there. Again, I got some dust going on here, so probably look dirtier than what it actually is. Here's a view from the glass from this passenger side, right, and then the dash area too. Probably still too new to see any cracks already, but I always like to check, especially if this was a rental car. I'm checking for any signs of excess wear and tear or abuse, I should say. Right, right front wheel. Again, tires look good. I've already got pictures of the DOT when it was manufactured, and let's see if we get a shot of the. I can't get it, but I think I got it right there. Okay. All right. So again, let's get some readings here just to refresh my memory. 6, 5.5, 5.5. So the hood had some higher readings than everything else, and then the door, I think it was his left door. 6, 5, 5, 4, 5. I'm kind of on the fence here, so I'm going to look for any signs of repaint, tape lines, or imperfections. But at least we have a good knowledge of its condition. I'll go ahead and shut down the video on this portion. I've had the engine running here for about 5 minutes. So at first startup, you hear like a rattle noise, but if anything, when I came in a little closer, and by the way, I removed the cover so that way I can dial in better, and then also get a tool against the cylinder head, the top area, and that way I can pinpoint the different noises. So when I hit these points here, I don't hear any abnormal engine noise, like any excessive clacking, like from the lifters or anything. The noise that I hear right now, and it'll probably actually sound worse or louder over the video, but I hear the injectors firing. The series of ticks, tick, 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 ticks. So that's what I'm hearing. Also look at the engine belt. I haven't seen any cracks. The coolant is at a good level there. It's slightly below the max line, but still good. Okay, it's got one of these long threads, so I won't do that again. But yeah, we're looking good. I was just checking for cross-contamination, but I've already checked for that already. You can see there's some fluid there for the washer. The oil, I checked, it was slightly below the manufactured max fill line. The transmission doesn't have a dipstick for me to check the actual level. And the brake fluid is set back there, but I can still see it. It's a nice tan color, and that's what I wanted to see. I also checked for any obvious signs of rodent damage. I just inspected a car the other day where this was all chewed up. They like the insulation. They like to chew on wires for whatever reason, and they like coolant hoses. So I checked the whole engine bay area for the wiring, hoses, rubber boots, everything. Because that can get expensive, and that's something that's never covered under warranty if you try to make a claim for that. Moving on. But yeah, so as far as any deep knocking sounds, I don't hear that, which would be like a lower end sound, like crankshaft bearings, rods, something like that. And top end, the lifters, typically you'll hear them stick, or they'll be a lot louder. This, I just hear injectors firing. All right, moving on.